back. It's me, Brittany Hislop with Here, Let Me Help You. Okay, one of these has to be good. If not, I'm literally gonna die. Okay, bye. We have a special guest this week. Welcome to Here, Let Me Help You. Ryan took the week off. He's sleeping right now. He has to work tomorrow. But we have a very special guest here instead, friends.
Woohoo.
Not only is this one of my most closest, specialist, most amazing friends of all times, she is freaking cool, okay? Roxana, okay, I wanted to introduce you. I'm going to introduce you better than that. Here we go.
So cute, babe.
Not only is this one of my dear friends, an expander, a mentor, a director, a writer, a podcast host, improv comedian, content creator, explorer, and visionary. Plus, she is also dubbed herself as the Spiritual Spielberg. Sorry, Spiritual Spielberg. That's so hard to say.
Say it 3 times fast.
Spiritual Spielberg. Spiritual Spielberg.
She got it.
AKA Señora Directora, Roxy, Roxana. Welcome. That was a terrible intro.
No, it was amazing because you have the best one because I feel like you, first of all, I really appreciate that you said everything I am.
Everything.
Like improv comedian. Yeah, like that's been my favorite journey of 2024. Shout out Groundlings and all my Groundlings. Like that is amazing.
I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you. And
It's
I'm proud
so
of you for
hard.
this.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
seeing each other grow is so cool.
It's been fun to watch you just be you, honestly. Like I'm in awe of this chick for real. She's been one of my biggest like mentors. I feel like people that I look up to, just like she's just influenced me to go do my thing. So
Cheers.
I love you. I mean, she's worked with some of the coolest people, you guys. I wrote it down. She's worked with Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg,
Smoked a joint with Wiz Khalifa, but that was sick.
like Steve Aoki, Lil Yachty, Maluma, Lotto, Doja Cat, G-Eazy, Lil Uzi Vert, Trey Songz. These are just people that like I care about.
Thank you for reminding me.
Like, it's extensive.
I'm that bitch. Let's fucking
This
go.
is a big deal. I'm nervous. Like,
I'm only saying it that way. Oh, baby, don't sweat. But no, what I was gonna say is, yeah, when I say I'm that girl, I say it that way because it's easy to forget who you are, what you've done in this life. And it's fucking okay for you to give yourself your own flowers.
amen.
It is better than telling yourself, damn, well, I didn't work with Cardi B yet.
Nope.
Didn't work with Rosalia yet. Like, no, but I worked with Lil Yachty and Maluma. Like, what? Thank you.
That is
And
something.
I be forgetting. And I feel like we just always have to remember what's coming for you is coming. And what we've done is what we've done. This bitch got me drunk and high before this interview. So I'm a little, but what we've done before this is leading
to everything else.
Amazing things in the future.
Agreed. And we can get into that more, but I think that is something that you always have to just remember is like not to get in your own head and be very proud of what you have accomplished and not always be stressed about looking to try to be someone else or try to beat someone else.
Let's talk about, I don't know if you've talked about this yet, but Brittany's had an amazing career before she jumped into the wild here. And I just want to say, I really didn't know how successful she was before. And I'm like, I mean, I knew, but like hearing it, I was like, bitch, you fucking did that shit and you're doing it now. And
thanks.
If you want to buy a house in Arizona,
I can help you find a real estate agent.
Give yourself your flowers.
No.
This is the podcast to do it on.
For real.
Like,
I really don't actively, honestly, sell homes anymore, but I did, and thank you.
But you can. You can easily do it. Like, you could flip a house real quick.
That is so far in my past, though. I think about that life, and I don't ever want to live it again, to be honest with you. It's like, ew, to me. That's how it feels to me.
So,
kind of like that drink that you're drinking right now.
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
So sorry. This bitch, I give her some red wine, some Pinot Noir, and she goes, do you have any Coca-Cola? I said, yeah. For your wine?
It sounds really hick when you say it.
Because that's fucking gross. Is that some Polish shit?
I think it is definitely immigrant shit. Yeah, my mom would drink wine with Diet Coke, and I think it's just like a spritzer. You know, it's like a little spritz because
like,
I was drinking and I was like, we're going on a podcast. I don't want to get too sloshed, but
so
here we are in Slosh City. So
you just add some extra sugar and poison.
Yes, it is better with Diet Coke than regular Coke.
Aspartame.
I will tell you that for sure. That's the secret sauce.
Secret ingredient.
Miss Krabby Patty herself put it in there.
That is fucking gross. So
wait,
I'm so sorry. I just got so sidetracked.
Okay, hold on. No, we need to talk about Webster Dictionary.
Yeah, we need to do word of the day before we get too far into everything. I just wanted to give you your flowers, truthfully.
Well, that's what we were doing. I was giving you your flowers as well, and I want you to acknowledge the flowers that I did blossom for you.
Thank you. But I am now a podcaster. I am no longer a real estate agent. I don't want to be a real estate agent. I loved that life. It paid for this podcast equipment, and now I'm ready to make that internet money. Let's get that.
Let's get it, baby. You got UGC because she's a user for you.
That is true.
To do the generated content.
Found out about that
I'm going to be your Spotify ad right now. So we have Brittany Hislop here. She can do a lot of things. Okay, you want home arrangements. You want home decor. You want to talk about arts and crafts to do with your kids because this girl. Honestly, she has a rock climbing wall in her kids' playroom with swings, and then she is making Christmas socks with them, and her husband is drawing glitter glue turtles on the sock. So this girl is the modern day Martha Stewart, and I'm gonna just let you guys know right now, you're in the beginning. You are in the beginning of the precipice of what the world's needed. Like, yeah, we want a trad wife, but we want also a real ass bitch. Amazing wife that's real. Like, you're not in a Rodarte fucking dress making bubblegum at 3 a.m. No, I mean, I love Nara Smith, but we were just talking about her today.
Yeah. She's so cool. Just not my vibe, but
I love her.
She's great, but I'm not making Fruit Loops.
Yeah, it's not realistic. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're realistic of that version.
Yeah.
Which I found is the common denominator in Arizona for me. And then we'll go back to the Merriam-Webster dictionary really quickly because basically when I come to Arizona from my Hollywood life,
we'll talk about that too.
I'm just kidding. But I'm also not. So when I come from my spinster life in LA where nobody has children, and I come here where everybody has at least 2 children, it's it's beautiful. Yeah. Number 1, it's beautiful to see. But number 2, everybody's making their own meals and they're doing the whole, we have 2 refrigerators. We have a refrigerator in our garage.
You got to have that.
What? So my friend that I was with earlier today, she was talking about trad wives.
Okay.
But she didn't even, you don't know what trad wife is.
No.
Nara Smith is a trad wife.
Okay, but what does that mean?
Traditional wife.
Okay.
Just doing traditional shit.
I'm trad wife.
Martha Stewart. If there was a word for Martha Stewart, the internet can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I view it. I feel that's a trad wife.
That makes sense.
Trad wife as a conglomerate is a modern day Martha Stewart.
But
yeah, but make it cute.
But a next level.
Yeah, and put it on social media and make everyone want to make her cupcakes. Anyways, my friend today, she was making these amazing buffalo chicken sandwiches, whatever. But they didn't know about Nara Smith until a week ago.
Right.
And I was I thought Nara Smith invented the trad wife thing.
I just found out about it this year, but I wasn't on TikTok until this year.
I think all of that was this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I like you said,
God, my bun is not sticking like yours.
Vibe.
I don't got a sticky bun like this bitch got a sticky bun.
It's okay, babe. You look good.
We need to fix that.
Just remember that you are that bitch. It doesn't matter. We're in a bed.
I'm that girl. I know, but I also
Do you want to take a break and fix
your
bun?
Where's my last look?
Let's fix your bun and then you pick
No. Listen, I thought this was a real thing. We could be real.
Yeah.
We could do all things together.
We really are. Yeah, and exactly. I also want to talk about my awesome dictionary really fast because this dictionary is something special to me. And that's why I want to do the word of the day out of it. Who has a dictionary anymore? When I saw this, I was at an antique store the other day looking for my Christmas ornaments because I'm, being Martha Stewart. And I found this dictionary. It was $7. It was so on theme for my show because I love the word of the day. It's it's important to me. And now we can literally just
I want to point out how beautiful the gold pages are as well. Show the camera.
They could see.
Show them.
This
Show
is
them.
beautiful.
Let's tap into our soon-to-be sponsor,
$7?
Webster Dictionary.
Webster, sponsor me. Do they sponsor? I literally
They might start.
I
Let's talk
use
about
them
it.
every single week for your word of the day, and now I have a literally gold-plated book of yours. So please sponsor me. And it's encyclopedic. How do you even say that? Encyclopedic edition. Man, encyclopedic. That sounds right.
Hi. All right, I'm back, guys.
And then after we
Hi.
do this word of the day, we need to at least tell people how we know each other.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
obviously. Should I pick my word today?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you guys a quick backstory really quickly. So when I was in high school, I think, and this might go back to you as well. I was always an improv person. So what would happen was I would get really stoned. Remember when you would like first get stoned and you would like be in space?
Yeah, like really, like
Yeah. I was in space. And so I would like do like monologues for people.
How could you even talk though? I feel like when I was really like that, I couldn't even talk.
Your first your first memories being stoned, you were like silent in the corner.
Maybe not. Like I was maybe laughing, like, but couldn't say anything.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, so I was the one putting on the show. So something that I would do is that I'd be like Merriam-Webster. Like I was like, Merriam-Webster is calling. She wants to know what this word means. Like I don't even remember. I wish that I had it on camera, but it was like a repetitive thing I did talking about Merriam-Webster words of the day. So bringing it back to Park Slope, Brooklyn, 2007.
Your brain is wild. Did you like learn a lot about like language in school, and you were just thinking about literature all the time, or like words? What the fuck were you thinking about that when you were high?
I think I was, well, number one, I do speak 4 languages, and I did grow up speaking 3 different languages, and so I think that sometimes like
words were just in your head.
I would have words, and like I didn't know how to say the word in another language, and I would like visualize it in my head. Maybe I've never thought about this out loud, but that could be it.
We're processing together. I'm like,
we're processing together.
Are you literally getting high thinking about words?
But I wouldn't be like lexicon, noun, verb. Like I wouldn't. Like I was talking out of my ass. Yeah. It was just like Merriam-Webster was like
just not the topic I would generally go to when I'm high.
All right. Let's think of a word. Mobster.
Ooh.
A member of a criminal gang.
Come on, that can't be the word.
You want me to have a real word of the day?
Like a one that no one knows.
The one that no one knows. All right. Well, that was mistletoe. You just hit a mistletoe.
Shut up, really?
I swear to God. A Eurasian evergreen semi-paradic shrub growing on especially deciduous trees, e.g. the apple. It has profuse dichotomous branches, thick, simple leaves, usually dioecious flowers, and bears a white, vicious berry.
Wait, so there's different types of mistletoe?
I guess so. Some of those words need to be words of the day. It's like, what the fuck is deciduous? What's a deciduous tree?
Can we go look it up?
Yeah, baby.
Today
we have 2 words of the day. How special?
Deciduous.
Yeah.
All right, so we now know what mistletoe is. How do you even spell deciduous? DECID. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
Deciduous.
Now I know why people use their phone.
Deciduous, darling.
DECID.
I know.
Where the fuck is it? Deciduous. Deciduous is an adjective. Shedding their leaves annually at the end of the growth period or at maturity. Oh.
That makes so much sense.
So a deciduous tree is a tree that loses its leaves.
Which is beautiful because mistletoe is like after trees lose their leaves. Oh my God.
Cheers. This is such a beautiful, this is why I love word of the day. There's always something to learn.
And that was like so poignant.
Even when you think you know.
The season.
It really is.
Like coincidences.
Coincidences just, I just go like this and we get mistletoe? What?
What the hell? We love it.
I love it. Okay, so we've done our word of the day. Thank you, Merriam-Webster. It's actually the new lexicon Webster. I don't know the difference, but
it's the new lexicon.
I'm just gonna have to look that up later. What's new? I
think a lexicon is like, yeah, it's a language, but I think the new language, like
the new,
more 2024 words, like meme.
Like
meme might be in there.
There might be some newer types.
Is meme in there?
I hope not.
Okay, this is our. Today we're doing 3rd time's a charm.
If meme is in here, I'm gonna die.
It might be.
It can't be that.
Is meme in the dictionary? Take your bets right now.
Sure.
There's
There's no way.
I think meme might be in the dictionary. M-E.
Yeah, oh, what am I doing? Yeah.
Wait, so do you think it is or no?
No, I don't. What is happening, you guys? I can't. I'm still M-A, M-E, M-E-M. Nope, not there yet. Here we go. Membership, membrane, memo.
Nope, not this one. Memo.
No meme.
No meme.
Memento.
No memo. Yeah, no. Try again. What year is this from? This one.
I don't know. God, you're like testing me. Right
No,
now.
I'm really not. You brought out a fucking dictionary, bitch. I have questions. I'm so sorry. 1987.
1988 edition.
Okay, this is not a new lexicon. This is the Old Testament at this point. But like, deciduous would not be in a 2024 dictionary, so it's fine.
It did come from the antique store, so
okay, yeah. So you're right. We need to look up lexicon.
That's what I was like. If meme is in here, that would be insane. I was like, did I just get ripped off?
Remember the Guinness Book of World Records?
Yeah, of course.
I was really into those. Were you into those?
Yeah, but like, remember when there was an actual book?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I had like,
I was gonna say, like, did you have the?
I
actual
had a
book?
bunch of them from like 1998 to like 2011.
Like
I want to say
now 5, 6,
yes.
7.
You know, it's like she snorted. I love when I make my friends snort. I'm funny.
God, you are funny.
No.
Oh, it's such a niche thing to have. The Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, they were going to say a snort because a snort.
Oh, well, I snort all the time.
My friend Talia snorts a lot too. Shout out Talia. But like when you have snorting is like squirting.
What?
For laughter, like a good snort is like you made a bitch squirt. You made them snort. You don't feel me. I swear I'm spitting bars right now.
I can't right now. I guess, yeah.
Yes,
I can see that.
like if I snort, that
you're
means
like,
you were.
oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whoops. Okay.
Sorry.
Literally.
Okay, that's actually a really funny analogy. I love that.
It's perfect and
It is really
inspired
good.
by you.
Thanks. I don't know if I can snort on command, but
you can never. Can you squirt on command?
some people can.
I
don't
she's
know
a
if I-
secretive one.
We're not going to get into that this week, friends.
We're trad wives, so we don't go into that. That's more my lane. I'm the one that will spread it wide open. I'm not
like
a trad wife.
trans wives. I literally thought that's what you were saying at first. I'm like, what the fuck is she saying?
Wait, when I said trad wife, you thought I was saying trans wife?
I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, there's no way she can be saying that. I'm like,
It's
okay.
really funny.
Okay. So I just want to talk about everything, obviously, but I just want to explain to people a little bit about your background.
Okay, I really need to pee. Like,
Yeah,
but
pee
like,
first.
can I pee?
Yeah, before we start talking, let's pee.
Back and better than ever.
Doesn't this make you want to sing? So Ryan and I,
Yeah.
the minute we got on these mics, we're like, we're recording a fucking Christmas album. We're about to get in here and just start fucking rocking.
Wait,
out.
if you were to record a Christmas album, what would be your first song on your Christmas album?
It would be, well, we were literally just, what were we singing today? What were we singing? Oh, the weather outside is weather. We were making up our own rendition to that song.
It's weather because it's
And the
Arizona.
yeah,
It's not
like-
frightful.
And we're like, the fire is so fire. It was really bad, but we
Cute.
should probably work on it. Our album.
You'll workshop it a little bit.
Yeah, overall, I think.
What song is that?
Let it snow, let it snow. Let it
Yeah.
snow. If there's one thing I know, it's Christmas movies and Christmas music. Like, I don't watch movies at all. Like, haven't even seen like the Titanic.
You're not missing out on much.
But I've
To
seen
be
like,
honest.
every Christmas movie.
Controversial take as a director, but I mean, no, it's a really beautiful. Why did you just bring up a movie?
I don't know.
It's really beautiful, but I fucking hate the ending.
The Titanic.
But I was obsessed with the Titanic, and me and my friend used to sing "My Heart Will Go On" like karaoke, like every time.
Of course, I know like the premise of the movie, but I've never sat and watched the entire thing. Like, I couldn't tell you the characters. I mean, I know like
It's
Leo
beautiful.
and there's like I don't know the guy's name in the movie, but So you don't know how to cap
Jack
rock.
and Rose.
There you go.
Yeah, whatever.
Anywho,
yeah. What did you talk about before Titanic? ADHD.
oh, I was just wanting to get into how we knew each other.
Oh, yeah,
Just
tell me your
because I think
story.
that's important. Well, I think it's actually kind of interesting. We kind of met each other. It was basically going into my senior year.
Yes, I was explaining this today as well. So we got close our senior year of college.
Yeah, because we knew friends, but we really didn't really know each other until senior year. And I was like, oh, this chick reads. She's really cool. She wears cool clothes. Like she smokes weed. She does things, everything I wanted to do. Because I like wanted to do production and screenwriting. And I was like, this is so cool. Obviously didn't do any of that until now, but yeah, we kind of just like clicked over that. Yeah. And I just thought that was so cool. And then I found out like you were from New York and you know how to drive. And I'm like, what is happening right now? This is weird.
Honestly, my proudest accomplishment as a New Yorker. Like, I'll win an Oscar and I'll be like, no, but I know how to drive. Like, I think I'm so cool because I still have friends that don't know how to drive, babe. My mom doesn't know how to drive on a highway.
That blew my mind.
People don't know how to drive.
I was like, what do you mean? Crazy. You don't know how to drive? So born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
Yeah, native. That's insane. That's actually kind of cool. That's really insane to me. Like being a
and you were in my hometown, which I think like I say home. That's such a that's so not New York to say. It's my neighborhood. It's not my hometown. It's my neighborhood. But you've been to my neighborhood in Brooklyn, and that's like really dope to me.
It was the coolest experience, honestly, because to me, like living in the city is wild. Like you saying, like you took the subway anywhere, like as a kid. I'm like, what? Like I would never let my child on a fucking subway. So the fact, and like when I had roommates, shout out Catalina, Grace, they were both from New York, but they lived in like Long Island.
Right. So they would like go into Penn Station and be like, I'm just as much from New York as you are because Brooklyn is still on Long Island. And I'm like, bro, but I can take the train at any time of the night and I have a million stops, not just Penn Station.
Going to like elementary school in like New York City sounds quite literally terrifying. Like I would shit myself if I was a kid or a parent, like sending my kid to a school in the middle of the city. I would be like, if my mom was like, bye sweetie, like go take the subway. I've never taken a public bus.
I hate the bus, to be fair.
Wait, like if I have, it's been like in recent day, like never. I
don't like the bus. I'm much more of a train girly.
Yeah, like okay, I have done
for sure. I mean, I have taken the bus, obviously, but actually, yeah. So in middle school, we all had majors. Did you ever have that? Did you even have majors in high school?
Like you majored in something?
Yeah, I was a drama major in middle school.
What? Okay, yeah. No, I went to a private school. That's weird. Because I went to a private school, so we had some weird stuff. But
the education system in New York is crazy like that. Like when you apply for high school, you put your top 12 schools and you get a book of like 1,000 different high schools. And that's just the public schools. And then you also can apply
apply to public school.
Yeah. And you choose what school you want to go to. So I was going to almost go to Midwood, but then I went to private school, which was Berkeley Carroll. But then
can you go to like anyone if you get in? So like, what if you like you live in like, I don't know, Queens? I don't know New York at all.
Yeah.
Like,
you can live in
Queens.
You can
go to like the Upper East Side if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. You just choose to go there.
You just like apply to the public school.
Yeah, but like for example, like LaGuardia,
what is the point of having
that's a specialized high school. But yeah, there's like different schools. Like Midwood was really good, like because there's majors, and so every high school is like really good in a different major. The only time I've ever seen this like displayed in a movie and I was like, oh my god, they did this so correctly, is it's kind of a funny story with Emma Roberts.
I have that book.
Yeah, so they made a movie of it and they talk about the New York City public school system.
Okay.
And the way they talk about it, I'm like, they like do like an infographic and I'm like, yes, you guys nailed it. But separate of the book of schools, we also get specialized high schools.
This is insane. Why are they making you find a niche so soon? You're making you niche
Well,
down.
that's how you create like Timmy Chalamet and Nicki Minaj, and they went to LaGuardia. They went to the same high school.
That come out.
Yeah, but I didn't get into LaGuardia. I froze on my audition.
So, like, were there parts of the city that were like finance major? Was that a major?
Yeah, of course.
I was assuming.
So, so there was like High School of Economics. Yeah, there was a few. Stuyvesant was really good for that. I feel like, yeah.
This is insane. Yeah. I did not know
Bronx
that.
Science was a thing.
Okay, that's
then there's a school. Okay,
wild.
so LaGuardia is the school, the Fame School. You've heard of Fame?
Yeah, no.
The movie.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that took place in LaGuardia.
Okay, isn't that a Broadway play?
Fame, yeah, but it's based on this high school LaGuardia. So that's where Timmy went. Azealia Banks went there, Nicki Minaj went there, but Azealia Banks went there like when I was in high school. So like I have friends that like were in classes with her, you know.
So they just do.
Timmy, I saw my lore is that I saw Timmy Chalamet's high school production of In the Heights when he was dating Lola, like Madonna's daughter.
Cool. Like
my ex-boyfriend used to date her sister, and he used to be like, "Oh,
That's
Timmy's gonna play me in our movie," but then we never made the movie, and then Timmy became Bob Dylan. So that's the less what? Yeah, and dating Kylie and dated Lily Rose Depp.
Damn it.
The lore,
so
hot. I'm really excited for her movie Nosferatu.
I haven't seen. Well, I don't watch movies, so.
Oh yeah, it's like a vampire movie that Lily Rose Depp
watch it because she's so hot.
But are you gonna watch the Bob Dylan movie?
Sure. Yeah, I heard it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good.
Willy Wonka was amazing.
I haven't seen it. I should see it.
Oh my god! I thought he was amazing. Good. Yeah, I love.
I should really watch that. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet.
Too, dude.
Amazing.
So good. I was crying. It was amazing.
I think I would cry if I watched that on shrooms too. Mm-hmm. What was there a scene that stuck out to you?
The whole thing was so good, but I think when he was in stuck in that, so it's the whole story of what's his name, Wonka, right? And so he is creating, or he's stuck. He gets stuck in this hotel, right, and he's stuck there, and he's with this little girl down in the basement, and he's showing her how it's just about the magic. It's not about what does he say? It's not really about the actual recipe. It's what you put into how you make it. That's what really makes it so special, and that just resonated so much with me, because that's life, right? It's
so true.
You know what I mean? It's not a certain recipe that you need to follow. It's just living and putting the magic into the recipe.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
I love that.
That's what I took away from it. Besides me tripping balls, and there was colors everywhere, and it was an insane movie to watch. I'm sure.
I love watching movies on shrooms.
It was so good.
And acid,
bitch. I'm reading so sidetracked, but if you want to watch a movie on shrooms, I watched the craziest movie. Adam Sandler made this movie called Spaceman on Netflix.
Oh my god, I couldn't finish that.
Because if you weren't on shrooms, it was probably terrible. I've never watched it sober, but let me tell you, my friend who I watched it with, she watched it sober. She goes, "Yeah, no, don't watch it sober. It's so bad." But
wait, so what were the messages that you saw in this movie?
Oh, girl,
on shrooms.
Oh my god, that one I have to think really hard, because again, I was crying. It was so touching. It was weird. There was this space creature that he was stuck with on the thing.
Remember that.
And it was telling him the meaning of life. It was giving him the meaning of life, dude. Because he was up there, and his wife was down on Earth, and he was so worried because he couldn't communicate to her, and he was tripping out there, and that spider dude was
the spider. I totally remember
alien
this now.
Spider dude.
Yes,
it was so weird.
I think that I actually was really into it, but I was watching it with my ex-boyfriend, and it
was a long movie too.
Negative stars for that one. negative reviews. But I think that he couldn't get into it, and then I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine, we can stop it. But you could see she's met him. Not about
well, and I can also just see any human being this is a weird movie. But certain people I could see being
you have to be on a different plane of understanding of life.
Correct.
For sure,
to get that movie.
Yeah, and it's not there's no it's just a thing. It's just what level are you on? It's not a good or bad level. It's just
I respected him for that movie. I was wow, Adam Sandler's on a different level. But then at the same time, I was not everyone's gonna get this movie and they're gonna think it sucks, because from a surface level, if you don't read the underlying message, you're gonna be this is a weird, hairy Spider-Man talking to this guy in a spaceship for 2 hours. That's literally what was actually happening. It's what was actually happening. With weird visuals, and things were spinning, and it was weird.
And I think the spider was probably obviously a figment of his imagination.
He called him what do you call him? A human, something human. My little human, tiny human, or something.
The spider called him that.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Do you?
Long story short, please go watch Henry.
Yeah, shout out Spaceman, Netflix, Adam Sandler.
I
Like,
can't keep talking about this. People are gonna think that I'm always in.
no,
shrooms.
you're now a film nerd. You've entered into the film review. So we did Merriam-Webster dictionary word, and now there needs to be a film segment. So you're going from podcast to talk show.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm really more into the reality TV.
So what's your reality TV? More the reality TV space.
I got a lot of shows I'm into right now. Ryan and I are watching 90 Day Fiance. We are so sidetracked.
UK or US?
We'll get back to what we were talking about.
Okay, but like we're also just like friends talking.
Yeah, I know. 90 Day Fiance.
This
right
is
now.
like so much more interesting. Like what?
Because, dude, I'm sorry. I've been watching everything now from a production standpoint.
Good for you, babe.
And I am sorry, but 90 Day Fiance is a wild show.
Wait, are you watching US or UK? Sorry.
There's more. There's UK. 90 Day
Yeah,
Fiance?
UK is amazing. Oh my god, the UK one is so good.
Well, US is insane. So, I watched The Other Way, and then I watched.
What's the other way?
I think we're talking about different shows.
No,
On
90 Day
TLC,
Fiance, bitch.
TLC, I mean?
But what is the other way?
It's where they go
That's
to
the name of another
person's-
show.
Yeah, it's like a spin-off where instead of the person getting the visa to come to the United States, the people go to the other person's country and go live in that person's country and go
That'd be
assimilate over
me.
there.
That would so be me. I've had so many lovers all across the world.
These people have gotten themselves into some sketchy situation, like people that like don't understand like Middle Eastern culture, like go over
Yeah,
there. and they need
idiots.
some-
They're
they
retarded.
need someone like
I dated
Jordan.
an Egyptian
They're
for
like, I didn't know that I had to like be a Muslim. You're like, what? They're like, I didn't know I had to wear the hijab.
Can I tell you my lore about Egypt? My story about Egypt.
I love Egypt. Yes, please.
Oh yeah, you've also been to Egypt.
Mhm.
How long were you in Egypt?
10 days, not long enough.
Where did you go?
Luxor, Cairo, and I stayed in Sharm el Sheikh.
Sick.
Mhm.
I went to Dahab, not Sharm el Sheikh. You flew from Luxor to Cairo?
Yeah, we flew in same day and flew out same day, just to like get a feel for it. We did like the tombs,
Oh yeah.
and then we did like the pyramids in Cairo, because Cairo was like, Brian said it reminded him of Afghanistan. It was a little rough. It was, I mean, I didn't feel unsafe. However, it could probably feel that way if you were traveling like on the outskirts. But at the same time, there's like Uber in Cairo. It's so American,
Yeah.
like Americanized.
Yeah.
I went to TGI Fridays and Hard Rock Cafe because Ryan and I are basic, and we just wanted to make sure that we were gonna not die those
Wait,
days.
that's so funny.
There was a
that
couple
you
days
would do that.
we would like there were days like we would totally eat the food, and like we were eating like pitas out of people's huts and like eating like the locals' food, right? And then there were other days where we're like, no, we're not fucking around. We're just gonna go eat something that we just know is gonna be like, we just wanted some American food. And that was the place that you could go and know that you were gonna get like something consistent. And so
I
we ended
love
up at the Hard Rock
I
Cairo.
would honestly love a Hard Rock Cairo shirt.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
that
It was still
sounds
iconic.
sick.
It's
Like,
still
Hard Rock
iconic.
Cairo merchandise.
Thank you.
Hard Rock, Hard Rock is my favorite franchise of all time.
It's one of mine.
Yeah, Hard Rock and Virgin, I would say, are my two.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know.
Remember
if
Planet Hollywood's?
Oh, Planet Hollywood is my favorite hotel in Vegas.
Mm.
Classic, consistent, easy in the middle of the strip. Like no
It's a good one.
flur.
Hard Rock.
you
There was
know?
one in Cleveland, and I loved it. I mean, it was city rock and roll. I loved
Yeah.
Hard Rock Cafe.
God, I did acid at the museum, the
Oh,
Hard Rock.
Hard Rock Cafe.
No,
Or the museum, Hard Rock.
the Rock and Roll Museum Hall of
Jesus
Fame, whatever.
Christ.
Like the
I'm
only
like the
reason
Hard Rock
you go to-
Cafe Museum.
I mean, it's not like the worst.
Not
She's
again.
I mean, her
Not again.
square.
Oh no. This episode is out of control. I'm dying right now.
I'm obsessed. It's so
Yeah.
good. I feel like, why am I holding, like, this is like my safety wine. Where's yours?
I don't know. I drank it all, and like, is the bottle
Oh.
gone?
Okay.
I think the bottle's gone. Should I get another bottle?
I don't know if we need another bottle.
That's
That's
a little scary,
crazy,
but I will
dude.
finish it.
Oh,
Anyways,
down it, baby.
Speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, New York was always the place that did all the fun shit. Like, New York is always more fun. Do you like New York or LA more? Going back to New York.
I think that I was always meant for LA. Like, I remember 2004, we were 12 years old. I used to read Us Weekly like it was my fucking Bible. Like,
Same.
yeah.
And In Style. I love that.
Yeah, and 2004, it was like the time of Simple Life, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, the Ivy, Kitson. I still go to Kitson. That is where I go to get everybody's gifts all the time.
I've eaten at the Ivy, and it was like iconic moment for me. I will never forget eating at the Ivy.
And like the Ivy's not what it was before, but it doesn't matter. Like the Ivy will always be the Ivy. Ivy, we need to do a podcast episode.
It's the coolest.
With the crab cakes.
Yes. I remember shopping, Kitson across the street. Like, and I remember when, like you said, there'd be like paparazzi outside waiting for the celebrities, like to come out. Oh, I loved the whole LA lifestyle. That was like.
Did you watch Entourage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. So I just always wanted to move to LA.
Yeah, you always just wanted to jump. So did I.
That was.
But when I was younger, I will say I took a trip to New York because I was doing modeling and I did this whole like modeling talent search shit, whatever.
I did one of those too. I did IMTA. You did Barbizon.
Me too.
You did IMTA?
Yes, I was in New York.
Wait, that's so funny. That was my first time in LA. Was probably 2004. Like I sit at the Westin downtown.
That is,
and every time now I see that building when I'm like in that area, I'm just like, my first memory of LA, the Westin downtown.
Dead. I got like 4 callbacks. My parents were like, we can't commit to you moving to New York or LA. And I was like, well, that was a waste of my time. And then I just went home.
I could have been a contender.
I could have been freaking famous. But no, when I went to New York,
it's meant for you now.
I love this place. But then I went to LA for the first time because my grandpa lives in El Segundo. So,
did he leave his wallet there?
Off my wallet in El Segundo. I do know that song.
I used to say that to every guy from El Segundo in Arizona, and they never knew what I was talking about. It's a Tribe Called Quest song.
Yeah, they're not old. They're not old soul.
That's growing up in Brooklyn for you. You're just like a huge hip hop head off birth. But that was so surprising to me that no one. I was like, you're from El Segundo, and what else does El Segundo have to offer? Like
shit, except for the airports right next door.
Like that's all.
LAX
that'd be my pride and joy if I was from there. Like I don't know.
Like you get a quick trip to LAX.
Yeah,
that's about it. I would be living off of the song.
Literally,
like that would be like my same. No,
anyways,
but yeah. So I flew to. I was there. I think I went in like high school or middle school first time. It was like when Britney Spears was wearing Uggs to the beach and the miniskirt jean skirts and the Uggs were in, and I was all about that. And I was in LA. Just like,
I was the first girl in my middle school to wear Uggs. And I got so made fun of. Like, what the fuck are those? What are those? And it's like, I just got back from LA. You wouldn't get it.
You don't get it. I know. I was doing the same shit. I was on some other shit. I was trying to be so cool.
You're still on some other shit.
I tried so hard. Oh my God. I was so into it. Because Paris, I bought The Simple Life on DVD. I have it if you want to watch it later.
I would love to watch it. Do you have a DVD player?
Yes.
Wow. She's old school.
And
she's
VHS.
Analog. That's sick. You have a VHS player?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I love to go back in time. I bought one of those Panasonic like old school video cameras, and so it uses those old tapes, and in order to watch the tape you have to have that like adapter thing that you put into the VHS.
Yeah.
And so I had to buy the whole thing, and so now I'm committed. And so yeah,
Did you just buy the whole setup new, or was it like your family's?
No, well, my family owns one somewhere, probably in a basement, but I bought the camera on eBay, and then I bought the VHS on eBay.
Sick.
And then I bought there's a converter thing you can buy on Amazon so that you can take everything and convert it to like a MP or a file, like a digital file. So that's my next step, is to convert everything.
That's so fun, babe. Yeah. I love it. You're the ultimate Martha Stewart. Okay, so let's get you back on track.
There is no real track, but I just want to explain your life and like how you got to where you got, because honestly, so you went to ASU, you left New York.
Wait, I have a question for you. What made you go to Arizona?
What made me go to Arizona?
Yeah, why'd you go to Arizona?
Well, that's a story, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like everybody that ended up at ASU
didn't
was
mean
wild.
to. Yeah, so I grew up in Ohio, Cleveland, and I went to the really small private school, and everyone was like going to do like something prestigious.
Oh my God, me too.
At some either Ivy League school or like Miami of Ohio, Ohio State, like all the good schools, right? And I was on a spring break trip. I believe it was, if not my senior year, my junior year. So it was like right before I was about to go to college. And we were in Mexico in Cabo, and we got stuck because there was a bad snowstorm on the East Coast, and like every flight got delayed and like bad, like to the point that we were stuck in Arizona because that was like our connecting spot for almost like 3 days because we couldn't get a flight out. And so I was stuck in Tempe. And it was around St. Patrick's Day. So it was fun.
It had to have been your
Gordon
junior year.
Biersch, we went to Gordon Biersch, on the second
Does
level.
it still exist?
I don't think so. And like everyone was just drunk. We took like the Orbit from like some creepy or some hotel we were staying in to like Mill Ave. And I was miserable. I was there actually because I wanted to get back home. I had like tests and stuff that I was missing for school. So I was like, fuck this place, get me home. But then when I went to go apply for schools, and I saw that ASU was a really easy application, and I'm lazy AF. Like I'm smart, but I'm lazy. Work smarter, not harder. I'm like, ASU sounds like the school for me. I don't have to send in my ACT scores. I don't have to it's optional. It was literally an option. Like you didn't have to send in any of your test scores. The application was like 15 minutes to fill out. They didn't want you to do any of the extra stuff. And so it was the first school I applied to. It was the first school I got into.
I got into it on my birthday, and it was also the first school I got into.
Mm-hmm. There was not many people at my school that had gone to that school and even gone across like the freaking Mississippi River. Like no one went west.
Yeah, most people stayed in New York. My mom thought I was going to stay in New York and go to like Hunter, Baruch, like the CUNY schools, like City, University of New York, whatever. Until like a week before I moved, and I was like so adamant of like, no, I'm getting out of this city. I'm leaving. I didn't even apply to one school in New York.
Yeah.
Where did you apply?
Other schools, I applied to I wanted to go to California so bad. So I applied to UC, Santa Barbara, Pepperdine. Like, why the fuck would I want to go to Pepperdine? It's like the strictest, most Christian school.
I know, it's so funny.
It was Malibu, so I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I get
UC San Diego. But then I realized that the UC schools all wanted you to take like the SAT, like specialized tests. Hated testing. So immediately once I knew that, I just dropped that dream. UC Boulder.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. For me, it was between San Diego State, Boulder, and ASU. Boulder was actually my dream.
That was mine too.
But I got waitlisted.
Same.
And at that point, I was already visited Arizona. I had one friend from New York, Matthew. He was in Sigma Pi. He was my only person I knew at ASU. And so I went spring break of my senior year. I went and I saw him. And he introduced me to all the Sigma Pi boys and just everything.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
And of course, I left that trip with a boy from California, the first guy I ever met from California. Will not say his name on this podcast, but tell you later. Anyways, I met a frat boy from California. That was so fucking cool to me. I had never met anyone from California. I was like, what do you mean you're from LA? Like,
I know.
What?
There was a lot of LA
so
guys.
Honestly, I think that. And then we started talking, me and him on Facebook, and then we started messaging, whatever. Like, it was kind of like, grooming me to go to ASU, to be honest.
It was just fun.
So because I met that guy, and also obviously Arizona was hot, whatever, but I was like, once I got into Boulder, I was like, I'm going to Arizona.
Amen.
I'm going to ASU, baby. That's my destiny. Sun Devils.
That's right.
Let's fucking go.
Amen. I was like, I can go to vacation for 4 years.
Yeah, literally.
Like literally laid out by the pool before my classes. People would go to school in bikinis. Like they'd show up.
Yeah, I went to school in a bikini.
Same.
You literally describe ASU to a T what I say. When I'm like, we're doing beer bongs, palm walk. I know.
I'm like, what?
Our fucking main floor, our main road on the campus is just lined with palm trees.
Yeah, it was insane. Parties literally anywhere and everywhere.
12-foot beer bongs, from the 12th floor to the pool.
We were streaking. Yeah, Firehouse did it one year.
Every year?
No, I've only done it twice.
Yeah, I think I only did it my freshman year.
1 year when
I forgot about the undie run.
Naked.
Bitch. Wait,
kids,
it's so crazy that I didn't do it.
And there was always a performer, like Lupe Fiasco, I think was the perform. We had a full-on concert.
Well. We had Chingy one year. I remember Chingy. I think I was there when Chingy.
Where did we go to school? Now I'm thinking about it. What were we doing? I didn't do any. I somehow graduated in 4 years.
Yeah, me too. Which people don't talk about enough. People are always like, oh, you went to a party school. And I'm like, but to graduate from a party. Well, first of all, my school is one of the best journalism schools in the country. Walter Cronkite was amazing.
Yes.
And
shout out.
Also, ASU is the first place to ever have a sustainability school, which I think is really cool. It's the greenest campus in America. So people want to talk about ASU being a party school, but it's actually a great fucking school.
My brother went to the business school.
WP Carey. What did you do again?
I was an English literature major.
Oh yeah, wait. So
with
did
a
you
minor
do
in
Piper
media
House?
analysis. What is that?
Oh my God. I was a member of the Virginia C. Writer. Like it was the writer's
Oh,
house.
I know what you're talking
Virginia C. Piper or whatever. So I would
Yeah.
like go there. I took one class on a Saturday that was taught by Stephen Hawking's daughter to like write fantasy
No
literature.
way. That's cool. Yeah, I had the option to be a creative lit or creative writing major, but you had to like apply to get into that school.
And you were lazy.
And I was like, fuck that. Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's why I didn't do film production
Mm-hmm.
because I had not made a movie before going into like college.
Right.
And they were like, well, you need to submit
Portfolio.
a movie.
Right.
And I was too scared to do it, but I
Right.
had writing samples. So I was like, and my
I'm
mom was
gonna
like, and
do
I was
that.
writing for those school newspapers. So I was like, okay, I'll do journalism. But looking back, whatever, this is something you want to talk about work. This could be the segue. Like, yeah, looking back, it's so crazy how I had such like how fear gets in the way even from a young age, you know, and like I had such a path of like it was so obvious I was gonna do film.
Right.
But at the time, for just a split second, it felt like journalism was like the easier and the more like
A simple path, maybe.
yeah,
To get
like,
into.
but also like and to this day I still am like want to be an Anthony Bourdain and my own version of that, you know, traveling and doing stuff.
Pause.
What?
I'm gonna link your YouTube because you started. It was my favorite thing. Your favorite piece of work I think I've ever done. It
What?
was so cool when you were over in Poland.
Oh my God, thank you. I have an Egypt. I have 5 episodes of Egypt that I haven't released yet. You want to help me
I was
edit
gonna
it?
say, yeah, because I was like, I haven't seen those ones.
Yeah, because like basically I was in. So the Poland thing was really easy. My friend Fernando, shout out Fernando. So we didn't know each other, and he just hit me up on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, I see." He was in London. He was like, "I see you're in Poland. Like, let me come shoot you."
Mm-hmm.
Talk about directing.
Right.
And I was like, fuck that. Because even here, I'm like, yeah, we can talk about directing. That's cool. I love my career. But it's like, do you want to talk about your time in real estate? No.
No.
Like, I mean,
right.
I'm passionate about directing all things, but it's like life is so much bigger than what you fucking do for a living. And so, anyways, he came to Poland and I was like, no, I want to do a travel show because that's always been my dream. Like, let me take you around Poland.
Right.
And yeah, that was so cool.
It was so cool. I think you should pick that back up. But it's like I really do.
Thank you.
I really do.
So
yeah.
no, I have Egypt, but so the difference between Poland and Egypt was that Poland was controlled. It was like 2 days. We knew what we were doing. Egypt was like, and also Fernando shot and edited that, so like he knew what he was doing. Egypt was 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Another person shot it, who like in retrospect, I really like should not have had them shoot it, but whatever. It was just like
they were there.
Anyways,
Hey.
but so Fernando was editing that, and then it's just harder to like edit. Like I see the story so clearly. Like I feel like I need to just edit it. I just need to sit down and be like,
yeah,
I see the story so clearly in my head.
You've got this.
I need to just do it. I need to just do it.
So that's my whole question. Like I know we're getting sidetracked again, but like you direct, right? Okay. You got out of school. Where the fuck are we? You got out of no, it's okay.
Talk.
No, I just want to make sure that people know how you got here.
I know you're like because you're just my random friend.
Well, you just have so many different, and that's why I love you, and that's why I want to be you. Is like you have so many different projects and things happening. I could talk about a million different things, but I just feel like directing is what you are good at. But you, in my opinion, what you're better at is just like telling the story. I know.
This is my point. This is why it's like
you're working for other people when all you need to do is just tell a story yourself. You've got it. You've got the work. You don't work for other people. I mean, you can do that for like funsies. Like if EAZY calls you and says, "Hey, do you want to do something?
Do you want to go to Paris?"
Yeah,
go. Yeah, no, I feel you. I did go to Paris with EAZY. That's why I said that.
Sick.
Tulips and Roses. Check it out. It's my favorite video I ever did.
It's so cool. Yeah, I'll link it.
But yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
I think you should really pick that back up.
Work on me.
And work on you. Mm-hmm. Because your body of work is extensive and it's cool and it will always be there and it can always live and help you to like meet new people and stuff. But like, you're it. You are a brand.
I'm that girl.
Yeah,
I know.
No, you are.
I know. But see, here, let me help you. Here, help me.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yo, this bitch has a social media journal. Like planner, where it's like it says like, did you do 1 to 3 Instagram reels a day? Did you do 2 to 4 YouTube videos a today?
Yeah.
Or whatever it says? And I'm like, I need that.
Yeah. I'm very organized. True. I'm one of those people. I feel like I'm like no BS. Like I want to make people just like get on their A game because like when I see potential in someone, I'm like, don't don't slack. Go do that shit.
No,
Don't
you're
work for
so
other people.
right.
Because I read something, it said like either you make the business or you work for someone who made the business. You have two options.
And essentially, I've been doing that. Like, I've been working for myself and I've been freelance since I've been 23 years old.
And it is your art, but technically,
But at the same time, no, this is what I've been struggling with for the last year or so. Or not struggling, that's the wrong word. But like, yeah, like everything I've ever done has more or less been like a director for hire. Cause like, even if I come up with the concept myself, it's like I'm still working under a label, working like for a paycheck,
right,
working under the artist too.
there's directions and
so
rules.
yeah,
and
so this year I haven't actually
budgets.
directed. Shocker, people are like, you're killing it, and like, yeah, I am killing it, but like, I haven't actually
done one video.
directed for money like I haven't at all this entire year. And that's just the way the cookies crumbled this
Right.
year. But which honestly, you like look at people's videography, look at their filmography on IMDb, Wikipedia, whatever, and like it's fine. Like it happens to people and it's all good. Like you said, my body of work lives. People are interested. I'm in talks, whatever. But I think the universe gave me this time to like focus on my bigger goals, my bigger voice, like the things that I've really been wanting to do. And honestly, it's a fucking lot. Like my brain it's over fucking whelming how much I want to put out into this world, separate of like what I get hired to do, which is still art in its own right, but it's not my voice.
Right.
You know, it's just like a segment of my visual imagination.
Right.
And
I feel that.
It's so frustrating too, because it's like even today, like, so yeah, I have a bunch of decks and short films and feature. I'm working, you know, my first feature is about our time in Arizona together. It's called The Devil's Son. Look out for it. A24 and Neon are producing it. It's gonna come out in 2026.
All right. That's signed. We're gonna
we're writing it into the universe. Summer 2026. A24 presents The Devil's Son. You've heard it here first.
We've heard it here first.
But it's actually fucking happening.
Yep.
Anyways, I have all these things, and so I sent this producer, a bunch of stuff today, or like a couple weeks ago, but he just read it today, and he was like, "I didn't know you were so into sci-fi," because like a lot of my stories have like sci-fi elements, or like I'm really into like dystopian. Which I feel like it's interesting because like my stuff is really stylized and like otherworldly. So I don't know why it would be so crazy that I'd be into that stuff. But yeah, it's funny. It's like so much of my voice, like even like the first generation stuff, my like actual story of like where I'm from, like all those things are like so not out there,
right?
You know, and I'm just really excited. Like I've been focusing on those things a lot, in the last couple of years, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
to bring that stuff
really honing in on
life.
like your interests. I think that's what really helps you to grow. Is like your authenticity.
Where's the cigarette, Brittany?
I know. I need like my.
Where's the vape? We need a vape.
Right.
I need a vape. Anyways, I feel like when you're in your 30s, or like really your Saturn return, you know what that is, right?
Yes, I do.
When
I think we're crazy.
No, well,
look it up.
Google it. Merriam-Webster it. Is that on the dictionary?
I don't think so.
Not in the 1987 version. Maybe 2024, 2026, A24. Anyways, no, but when you are in your late 20s and your early 30s, I think you come back to who you always were. You know what I mean? And I feel like I find that has happened for both of us. You know, like I'm always like, I've been an on-camera bitch, you know, but somehow I got into the behind the camera, and it's like, that's still great, but it's an avenue of like,
it's very interesting how that has evolved for me as well. I mean, we're taking us a turn, but yeah, I think that's something. No, it's good to talk about though, because that's how you got into the place, you know, that we are, and back to the point of why I think that you should go back to doing your shit, of doing your own thing and making your own brand, because until recently, I always thought like it was so cringe to be on camera. I could never be. That's why I always admired you. And I like saw people doing stuff like that, just being on camera, doing stuff, content creating, just doing it. And I'm like, how the heck are they doing this? This is so embarrassing. I wouldn't think you were embarrassing doing it, but I would like think about me doing it. Yeah. And I'm like, there's literally no way I'm doing that.
Well, to be honest, in like 2018, my boyfriend and I at the time, he was like big on YouTube. He was in like React videos. I've talked about so many lovers on here. Can you tell that
Free.
I like boys. But anyways, yeah, so my boyfriend and I at the time, he was on these YouTube shows, and so we had a built-in following. And we were filming, like he came to Poland with me, like we went to Spain, Portugal, we were blogging.
Mm-hmm.
Never posted any of it.
Yep.
And I think it was because I was scared to look at myself on the camera.
I hear so many people say that, including myself.
So many people.
It is the cringe as shit.
So many people are filming themselves and not posting it.
Because there's so many drafts I have even on TikTok that I'll film it and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And then I'm like, there's no way I'm posting this right now. This is just too much. And someone sees this, they're gonna be like, Brittany, come on. What
but
are you
fuck
doing?
them. Embrace the cringe. I think that's what I hear time and time again. Like the number one rule of success is embrace your fucking cringe, dude.
Yeah, and if you're doing it because you truthfully love it and not just because you're copying a trend, like there's a difference between doing something because you just are doing it because you feel like it's going to get you famous, or there's another reason you're doing it just because you love it and you like dancing or you like whatever the hell you're posting, and it feels cringe because it's awkward to post it because it's almost so passionate to you that if someone talks badly about it, it's going to hurt your feelings because it's something that you really like. So that's when it gets to be hard to post because it's like, oh, this is something I love. This is my art. This is like, I love this podcast. This is my baby. And now I have to post it, and I don't want to post that because if someone thinks it's weird or it's cringe,
stop bullying people on the internet is basically because like yeah, so when I was in Egypt, I was posting on TikTok every day and I was gaining traction, but people were fucking rude to me. I was at the pyramids and I had a shawl, but my the person the tour guide or whatever was like, you don't need it, you're good. But of course it's very rare for like Egyptians to see someone with their shoulders out. So people kept coming up to me, not only men, women, children, everybody wanted photos. The whole experience was crazy. And yeah, the whole comment section is just like, you know, like, oh, respect cultures, like Westerners like think they're so entitled, like all this stupid shit. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like it was actually a beautiful experience, like on both ends. Like I made people smile. They had seen something different. And like, you know, it
is what it is. I mean, there are certain people that are meant to just go out and I think just talk to other people and show the world to other people. You're one of those people.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, I know. I do
like
need
you
to
get
do
me
that.
excited to go see the world and go get out of here. And people need to go do that more.
I'm gonna film a Puerto Rico one when I get back to Puerto Rico in January.
Home in Puerto Rico.
For reminding me.
Owns a home in Puerto Rico. That's major. That's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, Puerto Rico is really cool. I love Puerto Rico. It's a huge cultural export.
Say, what's it like down there?
Have you been there?
No. I want to go.
Have you been to the Caribbean?
Yes. And I was actually supposed to go to Puerto Rico, but there was the hurricane that happened like right around that same time. I've been to St. Martin, St. Thomas, where else? All those like the Eastern Caribbean.
Yeah.
The Bahamas.
I love Bahamas.
Yeah. When did you buy that house there?
In 2021.
Okay. So are you planning on, I know you're like Airbnb-ing it, but are you planning on moving there eventually?
I definitely see it. I definitely see it as like my forever home, but like in the same way that I see LA as my forever home. And like I don't think that I could ever live with one or the other. Like I love Puerto Rico so much, and like I did buy it like because I want to have a future there and like I want to raise babies there in some capacity.
Sure.
And I didn't want to like meet a guy that would deter me from that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking do it. And I just found my dream home.
Yeah.
I found my dream home. I feel like my dad, who's passed, my dad like led me there in a way.
Yeah. I can't wait to visit. It looks
and
so cool.
Yeah, it's 4 bedrooms. It's amazing. You should.
So you were doing the whole like Latin music industry. Is that why you decided Puerto Rico? Like why Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely. So my Puerto Rican journey like is even from like 7th grade. I mean, like growing up in New York, you grew up around a bunch of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and you know, I was going to reggaeton parties when I was like 12 years old, listening to Wisin y Yandel, Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, like. I remember there was this one reggaeton party in this girl's basement that this girl literally got her hymen broken on the fucking wall because they were grinding so hard. Like, we were crazy. back in the day. Yeah. I think she has like
Was the
3
wall
kids now. Yeah.
bloody?
When I say 3 kids now, I mean like older, much older kids. Yeah, the wall was bloody. There was like a huge blood splat on the wall. And anyways, my point is like basically none of my friends that I grew up with that are Latino, or like none of them are surprised that
Yeah.
like I became like I
Like,
was
yeah.
always like an honorary Latina basically. But yeah, I
Like you
basically
literally dove in, like you learned Spanish, like you became a
so
Latina.
I know. So I took Spanish from like 7th grade to sophomore year of college.
Same.
And
Didn't learn shit though. I literally didn't retain any of it.
right. So my goal in life has always like I knew I was going to speak fluent Spanish one day. I always wanted to. My friend Laura Samuels, shout out Laura. She lives in Mexico City now. Total gringa, like her parents don't even have a passport type vibe, right? Like, and she moved to Mexico City, and I visited her when I was 25, and this bitch was speaking perfect Spanish, and I was like, "Oh my god, you are goals!" Like when I saw her, I was like, "I know I can do this."
Yeah.
That's just like a little instep. I dated a few guys, whatever. But and so then Bad Bunny came along. I was also dating this like Dominican Brazilian kid, but Bad Bunny came along. We both like reignited our love for reggaeton.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just like somehow got in the scene. Basically, Bad Bunny's director of all his videos, he posted like one of those Q&As on Instagram, and he said in Spanish, like someone asked him, who's a female director that you support right now? And he tagged me. So then I got like an influx of Latino film people on my thing, specifically from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic mostly. And so then I shot a video in Puerto Rico, and I mean, the minute it's so crazy because I had been to Puerto Rico a bunch with my mom, like on cruises, like you said. And my mom, it's funny, in her 20s, she also loved Puerto Rico. Like that was where she would go with her first husband.
Interesting.
And but I would go on these cruises, and we're like in the most beautiful waters in Turks and Caicos, and then you go to Puerto Rico and it's just like
what is so
colonial city.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I wasn't into it when I was a kid. But then when you go there, when you're older and you're like, oh, I can work here and still be in the Caribbean, and like all these people are so hot and stylish. US. It was just like like the minute, it's so crazy. In 2019, the first time I went there for work, I posted who wants to sublease my house in LA. I'm not kidding. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. And like it took 3 years after that for it to happen. But like, yeah, like I fucking love Puerto Rico. I love everything about it. It's so underrated. It's like the most magical place. Like the culture there is so special. It's so crazy because like it's just a small island. But, like salsa started there, like reggaeton started there. Like there's so many exports of like incredible culture from Puerto Rico that people really undervalue.
Yeah. I've got to get there.
Yeah, like specifically like in the Latin music scene. I mean, there, and not only in the Latin music scene, because like my mom's from Ukraine. I listen to Russian music too, and there's like Russian rappers that were like copying Bad Bunny. Yeah, like it's a global phenomenon, Latin music, and a lot of the biggest names in Latin music, Bad Bunny, Raul Alejandro, they come from Puerto Rico,
right?
Young Miko, like, and it's so cool, so.
Yeah, shout out. I really think it, I really think,
but yeah, I love that.
No, I think it's so cool that you landed there and like that you found like a place, founded a place to call home, because I just think it, to me, it was it made sense, but when you're looking for like your first home to purchase,
I know I felt batshit. Like when I bought the house, I felt insane. But I also was like looking at prices in California.
Oh yeah,
and
I'd be like.
It's like what I bought in Puerto Rico is the price of like which is a 4-bedroom house with like the most incredible view of the mountains on a private lake, like just an insane property. What I bought that for, I could buy like a studio in fucking like Covina.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just not comparable to me at all.
Sure.
And I wanted the space at the time, and I just like, I don't know, like, but I did feel insane.
Yeah. No, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm honestly proud of myself.
You did something that a lot of people have not done. And
thank you so much. I just spent 2 months there, like in a row, which I had by myself, which I had never done before. First of all, I didn't even want to leave. but second of all, like it was so healing and so needed, and like I really like felt the like roots of the ground of my
Mhm.
house, and
Mhm.
like that's my forever fucking home.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can't wait to visit.
yeah,
Hopefully
baby.
you have a million babies in there one day.
Yeah,
running
absolutely.
around.
We're gonna have our kids together.
That's so exciting. I'm
I
so
love
happy.
it. Please, literally
Vacation.
anytime.
Parent life sucks, so don't rush it.
Yeah, I'm realizing my friend's husband today was like, the grass is always greener, because I'm just like looking at them like being so cute with their kids. And like I look at you guys being so cute with your kids. And it's just like, I want nothing more than to be a mother. I mean, I have no idea who the father is, but that's obviously like the most important life decision you can make, is like who the father of your children are.
Yes.
Right.
You do not want to parent with the wrong person.
No. And
Oh
so
my God, no.
I'm definitely not in a rush. I mean, my mom had me at 37.
There you go.
I used to tell her that if how old was your mom when she had
She
you?
was young. She was 26.
I think I knew that. Yeah. So yeah, I used to tell my mom it's like illegal to have a kid over 35. It should be illegal, because like I just felt like my mom's really young in spirit, but like, you know, my grandparents were old. My last grandmother died at 19. Like I was just like, it just felt like, and I mean, like, listen, my grandparents could have lived till 102. They
Yeah.
didn't. So it's like, I can't really blame the fact that you had me later in life on
No.
why that happened.
Absolutely not. And I saw this TikTok the other day. I was going to send it to you. I should have. It was like saying, and it's controversial because I was kind of like, ouch. She was like, any person that has a baby under the age of 30, in my opinion, she said, not my opinion, but this girl's opinion, is that they're boring and they don't have life aspirations. And I was like, ouch, rude. I had plenty goals, F you. But at the same time, she said it was kind of like a cultural thing. Like if you're growing up in like the middle states, you know, and
Yeah,
everyone
totally.
you kind of like grow up, you have that Midwest sweetheart, whatever, and that's your whole life is like to get married, have kids, settle down. And if you're living in LA, you're booked and busy, or New York, you've got most people there are they're career oriented, they have goals or these big, you know, career goals. And so to have a kid before 30 is like stopping them. And so I see both sides. Like it's something that's been bothering me because of course I love my kids, but like it's so hard to get your business up and off the ground, or like may even find yourself or make something for yourself
Right.
once your life becomes so evolved around
Right.
these kids.
Right.
So it's just been so interesting. Like when you hear that, like I agree with you. Like there's no age, in my opinion, to like settle down and have kids.
No, I mean, it's
There's
crazy
no
because like
rush.
people are having kids. Like my mom's friend just had a kid at 50.
Yeah,
Like it's insane. I mean, I don't want to wait till 50, but like, you know, it,
I'd be exhausted.
and she's actually a huge career woman. She's like one of the biggest models in Poland, like on the
Yeah.
cover of magazines. So there is something to be said about like, yeah, like
Yeah. Like what
all the
I
things.
say, I don't think there's ever a perfect age to become a mom, honestly. Whether you're 50 or 20, you still have to, there's a learning curve. You're still
Of
creating a
course.
human and you need to figure out how to take care of it. And it's still going to have unique characteristics and you're going to have to figure those out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how old you are. I just think that sometimes I think my whole set or reasoning for wanting to have kids younger was, well, one, I felt like growing up in Cleveland, that's like the rule book. That's what I was supposed to do. But also I was like, I don't want to be an old mom. That was like my whole thing. And then I kind of am reframing that now, like even if you're 50, it's still new. Like,
Yeah.
and so I mean, as long as you like have the energy to do it, that's the only thing. Like it's still going to be fun no matter how old you are. It's still going to be brand new. It's still going to be exciting. It's not, you're not going to feel like you're behind. Like it's brand new to you,
Yeah.
you know?
And you were saying that a lot of the parents in your kids' school are older, which I found interesting in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like I had my first daughter at 28. I was turning 29, but 28, and then my second daughter at 30. And I don't think that's incredibly young.
No, it's not. It's normal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I do have friends that are, you know, in completely different situations that I am, single, ready to mingle, partying, traveling, and I see them and I'm like, damn, like sometimes I get almost not angry, but I'm like envious because I'm like, I want that time back. I love my kids so much. But I was like, man, did I miss out on something because I didn't give myself that time to build my business, travel, do all those things? I still travel with my kids. I still do that, but I wouldn't have been able to if I wouldn't have like set the money aside to do that. And if you have kids before you set yourself up financially, it makes it exponentially harder, whether you have the greatest partner in the world or not. And so it's like makes me second guess. Like I was luckily, thankfully, in the position to have kids. That's why I decided to do it at the age I did. But I think that if you don't, like, I agree that you should go get that bag, figure out yourself first, and then focus on the family.
Were you guys were trying to have kids?
I
Or
wouldn't
it
say
was
we
like a
were
happy
trying.
accident?
Yeah. And we knew it was in the near future because we had been together for 6+ years.
Yeah.
We were living together. But at the same time, like, and you know, I had a solid career, everything. But now thinking back on it, I was like, I was a baby, like, and I thought I had my career, but now I'm like completely switching everything up and trying to do all that and take it off the ground and like do all the things I feel like I need to do to get where I need to be. Doing it with a kid is like exponentially harder.
Right.
And then I'm like behind the scenes, you know, like trying to do the whole mom thing, and then also do everything that I see everyone else doing without kids. And I'm like, oh my God, like I get pissed because
No, you're killing it.
I
though,
see
baby.
them and I'm like, sometimes they'll be like, well, I don't have enough time. Like, what do you mean you don't have enough time? It gets me mad.
We got the same hours in a day as Beyonce and Britney.
Amen. And I got nannies, but still. So yeah, work on yourself and definitely focus on that. It's not all about having a family. To me, doesn't mean shit unless you are happy doing it.
100%.
So unless you've found that happiness and found that within yourself, there's no reason to bring another human into the mix because it's not going to make it easier.
1000%. Don't bring your unhealed traumas into it.
No, and
baby.
don't bring your issues into and bring those upon them because they are your responsibility forever. You know, they're not a dog. They don't die after like 10 years. I mean, God willing.
Yeah, God forbid, Jesus.
So
anyways,
that's my little whole
another tangent. Brought to you by ADHD and Adderall.
Right. I just really want women, especially, to realize like that there is really no rush for both things. There's no rush to get your career off the ground because you can do it as a mom
right now, baby.
And there's no rush to be a mom. You can go get your bag and go do what you need to do and build your career and then be a mom at 37 or 50. That's fine too.
Yeah.
There's medicine for that now, even if you can't do it naturally, like truthfully. So, and you'll have the money to do it because you'll have a career. So
I feel like it might happen for me at like 35.
That hell yeah. And
I feel like that will, but who knows? I don't know, you know, because I feel like the way I see it too, it's like even like you want to have like a good year or two with the person. I don't have a person, like I said, but like, listen, things could change tomorrow, right? And even so, it's like you want a year to get to know them. You want a year
to experience them.
Yeah. So it's like,
it's a lot.
You know, you got married after you had your kids.
Yes. So we got engaged right before I got pregnant.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
how do you propose again?
In Egypt.
Oh my God.
In Cairo, in front of the pyramids. Shout out.
You better
Ryan.
pull that shit up.
I have pictures all over.
Yeah, you better pull that shit up right here.
Yeah, so it was really, really cool. That was another sidetrack, but yeah.
We're on a lot of side quests today.
Know, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions on your
I don't know, Roxy. It's late. We should probably just stop.
I think we did a great.
I think we did too. Dream collabs, real quick.
Dream collabs. I think I kind of mentioned them earlier. Yeah, definitely a Rosalia and a Cardi and a Bad Bunny and a Travis Scott. Travis Scott for sure. I fucking love that man. That's just music videos. I would love to do like a booking.com commercial or like Virgin.
Cool. Some sort of just been out this whole show.
That's fine.
Booking.com.
You know, something like that. But Dream collab, I'm gonna do a Neon 824 movie, like I said to you, and I'm gonna be on HBO as well. I mean, I'm already on HBO, chopping on Project Greenlight, but like my show is going to be on HBO and Hulu and yeah, you know, like bigger.
I'm so excited. Yeah. That was major to me. That's so cool. Like I'm literally sitting with a TV star.
Thank you.
That's so cool. I think if I had a dream collab, I have so many, but I think the biggest one would be Rihanna. I want Rihanna.
Oh yeah, for sure.
ASAP could be there. The whole fam. I want like my kids to be friends with their kids.
Oh my God, I see that for you. For sure.
Fun. Rihanna, call me.
I love it.
Please call me.
I love it.
Oh man. Okay, let's stop so we can go to bed.
Bottega Veneta as well. Call me. Like,
That'd
I'm
be so
trying to do
cool.
fashion clubs.
Kylie?
Schiaparelli and Kylie are my dream collabs
Do you
as
want to
well.
come hang with Storms?
Yeah. Oh my god, my
Storms in
cat is
Air?
named after your baby. Like, my cat's
Dream
Stormy.
collab.
Because Kylie and
MGK is also
Travis
another
are
one.
my dream club.
There we go.
I have MGK's phone
And
number and
so
my...
do I. I've been to his house.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
He's at his kitchen table.
He's gonna be on this podcast when you move to Calabasas.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Cheers.
Do you hear me? Does anyone hear us?
Everybody hears
anyone
us.
hear us?
Yeah, the universe hears us. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much.
Anytime and every time.
Where can we
baby.
find you? What are your socials?
You can find me. I recently just changed my handle back to my God-given name, so you can find me at Roxana Baldovin, ROXANABALDOVIN. But if you type in Señora Directora on YouTube and on TikTok, that's still my name there. So
yeah, sometimes I do that by accident, trying to find you.
a few people do. Should I change it back?
I don't think so, because if you don't want to like niche down and do only that.
Exactly. I'm more than a director, baby. I'm a movement.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
I'm me.
That's right.
Peace and love,
Peace
baby.
and love. We love you. Have a good night.
Beautiful evening.
It was